Hey everyone, it's so good to see you again. Have you ever wondered why time seems to move faster the older you get? From a physics standpoint, unless you're traveling close to the speed of light or living next to a black hole, time doesn't actually speed up. It stays pretty consistent. And yet, somehow, every year feels shorter than the last. So what's going on? Let's dig into it. There's a hypothesis that says as you get older, each year becomes a smaller percentage of your total life. Think about it like this. For a 5-year-old, 1 year is 20% of their entire existence. That's huge. For a 50-year-old, 1 year is just 2% of their life. So mathematically speaking, each year literally represents less of your overall experience. Proportionally, it feels shorter. The second hypothesis is a bit more personal. It suggests that time feels faster because your brain is aging. Your brain's processing speed typically peaks somewhere between 18 and 30 years old and gradually slows down after that. But here's the key part. Your brain doesn't measure time like a clock, second by second, minute by minute. It measures time based on how many new and unique memories you create. When your brain slows down, it forms and stores fewer detailed images. The memories become less vivid, less textured. And since our sense of time is tied to how many distinct memories we can recall, fewer memories equals the feeling that time flew by. The third hypothesis? It's a little depressing. It says that as we grow up, life becomes more repetitive, more routine, and honestly, more forgettable. When you're a kid, almost everything is a first. First time skipping school, first perfect test score, first time teasing a dog and immediately regretting it. Yes, that's also a first. Those first experiences force your brain to pay attention. They create rich, detailed memories. So when you look back at childhood, it feels packed with events, dense full, almost endless. But adulthood? Wake up, commute, work, lunch, commute again, dinner, sleep, repeat. Your first day at work? Memorable. Exhausting, but memorable. 10 years later, your brain doesn't even bother recording most of it. Not because your life is meaningless, but because your brain is efficient. When experiences are familiar, your brain compresses them. It bundles similar days together into one summary file labeled work, lunch, dinner. It's like replaying the same movie 365 times. Eventually, your brain just skips to the highlights. So when you look back at a year filled with compressed, repetitive memories, it feels like it passed in the blink of an eye. So here's the real question. How do you make 2026 unforgettable? The theory is simple. Break the loop. Take a few days off each month. Go somewhere you've never been. Try food you've never tasted. Talk to people you wouldn't normally talk to. Learn something new. Create new firsts. Your brain doesn't need you to become famous. It doesn't need you to move across the world to the world. It just needs novelty. Because novelty stretches time. And maybe, just maybe, a few intentional firsts will make your 2026 feel longer, richer, and more alive instead of disappearing in a blur. So what are you waiting for? Go plan your next first.
Yeah, boy.